Hey, this will be a video chart on INIX. Want to get this one posted because it actually looks pretty interesting after today, and it might have some nice potential going on the rest of this week. So, what do I see? Well, the first thing that sticks out, crazy looking candle, kind of the epitome of what a hammer candle would be. And then you look down here at volume, and it's the biggest volume it's had in over a month and a half. So and probably the second biggest volume day in the past. I don't know. Let's see here. That was a big volume day. So basically, the second biggest volume day in probably 3 to 4 months, and just a real kind of odd day. What I mean by that is, let's go to the 5 minute chart. You can see this morning. So right here is today. This is 5 minute chart, meaning each one of these ticks here is 5 minutes worth of time. But anyways, we had a drop down this morning pretty quickly, and then the chart basically just formed a little bottom here through the afternoon part, and then right here was almost kind of like capitulation, and then from that point on, the price headed back up, and you can see the volume back in, and then we ended up closing all the way up here and green on the day. So a really wild events from a big sell-off to kind of people thinking, well, maybe the stock's dead, we'll just leave it there, and then by the end of the day, it had come all the way back up. So quite a wild and exciting day. But seeing it being bought up like this in the later portion of the day, that's got to be one of those things where you make note of it because potentially maybe a bigger move is coming. Is that for sure? Obviously, there's no for sure's within the market, but when you see hammer candles like this, you got to take note of that and maybe think that something bigger is coming. And then to pile on top of that, the chart's clearly in an uptrend. We have a nicely increasing 50-day simple moving average. Even the 200-day simple moving average is starting to get a positive slope to it. So, the overall context is bullish. If we pull up the chart a little bit more, you can see that, higher lows for quite some time now. Even if we go all the way back here, the chart's slowly and quietly been making higher and higher lows. Now it's just a matter of seeing if it can start breaking through some new highs. The key thing right now that the chart needs to try to get through, and I don't know, maybe this was a bad tick right here, so that might not even be resistance, to be honest. I should have checked that before I did the research or before I decided to come on and do this, but I didn't catch that until now. But regardless, you know what? It's a resistance just because a lot of people are not going to know what that is, so they'll look at that and say, "Oh, it went up there, and 5 cents is a resistance." So maybe that's not a true print, but as far as people would be concerned looking back, they would classify that as resistance. So we're just going to call zero point zero 0.05 as resistance. Um, the short-term resistance right now is going to be just simply right here at 0.045. That's the current level where the price is struggling to get through. I'm going to change that to 1 because I think with another nice push, I don't think it'll put up too much of a fight. So we'll look at 0.045 right now as resistance and then 0.05. After 0.05, things really thin out, as you can see from here. And you know what? I think that would be a blue sky breakout. Let's go to the weekly just to make sure. So with a break of 0.05, really, the next resistances wouldn't be till around, above 6 cents. I'm not going to spend too much time, but you can see there's some price congestion here, and all this is back from 2008, so that's quite a while ago. But nonetheless, check out the weekly chart. Really nice kind of coil formation here over the past, 3 to 4 months, and we'll see if we can get another follow through here and start to get some upwards action. If we can get through this level here, I could see 8 cents come pretty quickly, but we'll have to just see what happens in terms of these resistances right now. So let's go back to the daily chart here. The key supports right now are really just the moving averages. Ideally, you'd like to see this red line hold, which is a 20-day simple moving average. But as long as the 50-day holds, then things are going to look really nice still. And technically, the price could drop all the way down here, and as long as the 200-day would hold, things would be fine from a long-term perspective. But I know nobody wants to see that, so we won't even talk about that as an option. So near term, the two moving averages are going to be your two supports, and these are the ones you'd like to see hold on any sort of pullback. But for the time being, I think tomorrow and Friday are going to be pretty darn interesting after a hammer candle like this was formed on nice volume. And then to see the afternoon action today, how people are buying it up. So we'll see what the rest of this week brings. But if 0.045 and then 5 cents fall, things could really pick up in pace and start moving up pretty quickly. So we'll just have to kind of sit back and watch. If there are any other questions on the chart, please shoot me a message. I'd also encourage you to check out bullwarriorstocks.com. If you go there and sign up for the free newsletter, you'll get a free ebook, which has been getting great reviews. And with your newsletter subscription, you'll get chart setups, trade ideas, educational pieces, all sorts of things from big boards down to penny stocks. So there's a good variety, something for everybody, and everything is free, so it's worth at least signing up, giving it a try. We've been making good money together, so I'd encourage you to sign up. One more time, this was INIX. Thanks for listening.